Ladies and gentlemen, Tennessee just adopted a new law for drunk drivers. So if you live in the state of Tennessee and you get hit by a drunk driver and you're a parent of minor children, and let's say you don't survive, then the person convicted of the DUI must pay child support until the children reach the age of 18. That is the law. So I can certainly understand. Um, Back when I was a teenager, I had two aunts, my grandmother, and two of my cousins were driving. And this was down in the state of Georgia. And a woman hit them, and she was drunk. The car actually flipped over. One of my cousins, she was 5 years old at the time. Her name was Shelby. She died. They said her neck snapped. And my grandmother, she ended up with a broken hip. And one of my aunts, she was actually in a coma for a few days. It was a pretty bad accident. And she lost a few toes. She had cracked ribs. I mean, they were in bad shape. So I understand. And the woman that hit them was actually on the same floor. She never stopped in the room to see if they were okay. She never went near them. So, they ended up suing and everything, and they did get compensated and everything. And my aunt, she only had the car. I think the car she was driving, she only had it for 2 weeks when she got hit by this drunk driver. And I will never forget that. It was like huge. It was so many of my family members had to go down south and that were up here, and it was a mess. And I remember how much just one drunk driver can disrupt your entire family like that. And it did disrupt. And I remember my grandmother had to go through physical therapy and everything so she could get back on her feet and walk. And she did eventually get back on her feet. But I remember that was terrible. And I know firsthand what a drunk driver can do and how it can devastate everything. So I'm not upset that Tennessee adopted this law. Maybe people will be more reluctant to get behind the wheel when they know they really shouldn't be. So this law actually went into effect January 1st. Okay. And this new law, it goes all across Tennessee. And one particular state lawmaker hoped this will make drunk drivers think twice before getting behind the wheel intoxicated. Tennessee passed the Ethan, Haley, and Bentley law. Those are three children that lost their parents to a drunk driver. So, under the state law, a person convicted of vehicular homicide or aggravated vehicular homicide due to intoxication will have to pay child support if the victim is a parent of a minor. The guilty person will have to pay until the child is 18 and graduates from high school. A Missouri grandmother who lost her son's fiance, and grandson because of a drunk driver has been pushing for this law across the country. She ended up taking custody of all of their children. Alex Ott, a regional director with Moms Against Drunk Driving, MAD, she talks a lot about how grandparents, their children are already raised. They don't expect this expense. The law is named after children, including two of Chattanooga police officer whose parents were killed by a drunk driver. We want people to understand that you will be held accountable for this decision. But not only that, Ott said, the decision to do so affects so many lives. MAD's goal is to end impaired driving. If a convicted killer is incarcerated and unable to pay the required child support, the defendant will have up to 1 year after release to start paying. Those payments are supposed to continue until the child or children are 18 and graduate from high school. If the parent, I'm sorry, if the payments are about to expire, but they have not paid the required amount, they will have to keep on paying until they catch up. Tennessee is the first and only state to pass this particular type of law. Yeah, I tell you what, I would think twice, but we'll see if other states will adopt it. You never know. More could. But y'all gonna have to tell me what you think about this new law that went into effect in Tennessee. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.